Good evening. Slightly different start to Sports Day. Plenty coming up over the next half an hour or so. But we are going to start with the draw for the last 16 of Rugby League's Challenge Cup. This is the stage when the 12 Super League sides enter the competition. And Iestyn Harris, who lifted the trophy as Leeds captain 25 years ago, Iestyn, way back in 1999 with Leeds when you were winner there. You'll be here picking out the balls. Thank you and welcome along to Sports Day. The other four teams making up the 16, they're from the Championship. Before we make the draw here, let's see how they made it through their fifth round matches over the weekend. Here's Patrick Gearey.
A proper Yorkshire derby in proper Yorkshire weather. Featherstone hadn't met Wakefield since 1998 because their neighbours had been in Super League. But Trinity were dragged into the mud on Post Office Road, 10-all at full time. Now Featherstone went hunting for a golden point in the dirt.
He's going to make it! Featherstone Rovers win in the most dramatic of circumstances.
The laundry will be less challenging for Swinton Lions and Sheffield Eagles. Sheffield have been 2 points behind at the break, but two quick tries got them home and relatively dry. Widnes were once called the Cup Kings. They've won 7 Challenge Cups, even if the last of those came 40 years ago. There was a bit of the old swagger about their first half against Batley Bulldogs, but the Vikings' 8-point lead was obliterated by Batley in the space of 10 remarkable second-half minutes. They scored 3 times to smash their way into the 6th round, where they'll be joined by neighbours Halifax, who overwhelmed 4th-tier York Acorn. The Panthers ran in 11 tries in all to finally bury Acorn. This is as far as the community club had been in their history, a run their coach had said they'd be telling their grandkids about. And they signed off with one last souvenir from Anthony Chilton, a memory that will endure long after the mud and bruises have gone. Patrick Gearey, BBC News.
Well, those Championship sides, I'm sure, will be watching to see who they get, and that is going to be down to Iestyn Harris. You have the honours in a short while. Let's just rewind a bit, shall we? What does this competition mean to you? 1999 and all that. You scored 20 points. You were the captain that day against London Broncos. It was a record score as well in the final. Yeah, look, amazing memories. You know, from I grew up, watching the great Wigan team that dominated the late 80s, early 90s. So to get the opportunity to walk up the famous steps, the last time any rugby league captain did that at the old Wembley was an experience that I will never forget, and it was a great afternoon and certainly a great evening as well. You haven't changed a bit, Iestyn. So that was the class of '99, those Leeds Rhinos. The class of 2023, Leigh Leopards. They are the current holders after that dramatic Wembley final over Hull KR last year. We're also live at Leigh Sports Village, the Lions Den. We have Adrian Lam, Lachlan Lam, who was that Wembley hero last year. Give us a wave, gentlemen. The number that you are going to be watching out for, number 10. Number 10. Fingers crossed for you. See if Iestyn does you proud. Let's just show you the 16 teams in the draw and their numbers. Batley Bulldogs, one of those 4 Championship sides we saw there. Number 1, Featherstone Rovers. Number 4, Halifax Panthers. Number 5, Sheffield Eagles. Number 14, Holdersley, as we were saying. Number 10, and they'll all be wanting to avoid number 16, the Challenge Cup Kings, Wigan, I'm sure. Right then, Iestyn, let's get down to it then. The draw for the last 16, round 6 in the Challenge Cup.
So first up is number 8.
Number 8, that is Hull KR, last year's runners-up. 1980, their only cup win.
And they will play against number 13.
Number 13, Salford Red Devils, 8-time finalists, just the one win, 1938.
And next up is number 16.
Number 16, there they are, greatest side in the history of the Challenge Cup. The club world champions, the current Super League leaders and reigning champions, Wigan Warriors. Who have they got?
They will play against number 14.
Number 14, Sheffield Eagles. Sheffield Eagles. Mark Aston, the hero from their win in '98, told us here on Sports Day, do not draw Wigan for them. Apologies. Apologies, Mark, and the rest of the Eagles.
Next up is number 1.
Number 1, Batley Bulldogs, first winners of the Challenge Cup in 1897.
Who will play against number 2.
Number 2, Castleford Tigers, 4-time winners.
Number 10.
Number 10, Leigh Leopards, the holders. Lachlan Lam with that winning golden point extra time drop goal. Number 10, who are you going to have, Lee? It's a home fixture.
And they will play against number 4.
Number 4, Featherstone Rovers, 3-time winners from the Championship.
Number 9.
Number 9, Leeds Rhinos. There we go, Iestyn. You got them a home tie.
And they will play against number 12.
Number 12, St Helens. St Helens, 13-time winners, the last time in 2021.
Number 15.
Number 15, Warrington Wolves, 9-time winners.
Will face number 11.
Number 11, London Broncos. Difficult start to the season for the Broncos on their return to Super League. The only side in the draw that have not won the Challenge Cup. Thanks to you in '99.
Number 6.
Number 6, Huddersfield Giants. They put 50 points on Castleford last Friday night in the Super League.
Who will come up against number 7.
Number 7, Hull FC, back-to-back winners in 2016 and 2017.
And the final game
The last pair
is number 5.
Number 5, Halifax Panthers, 5th-round winners over York Acorn, the last community side in the draw over the weekend. Halifax.
Who will play number 3.
Number 3, hopefully, that is Catalan Dragons, winners in 2018, last year's grand final runners-up in the Super League. So there we go. That is the draw for the last 16. I think we know where we're going. Leeds Rhinos against St Helens. That jump out for you when you look at the last 16, Iestyn?
Absolutely. Big challenge for St Helens going over to Leeds. You know, lots of history in the Challenge Cup. They've made some great signings this year, had a good start to the season. So that's going to be a very, very tough battle for St Helens, and Leeds are always difficult to play at home.
These matches would play the weekend after now. It's actually starting on Friday week, 22nd, 23rd and 24th. I think Leeds have got Saints this week, haven't they?
They do, yes. So it's going to be back-to-back games. So
that's a little rehearsal for the two of them, yeah?
Exciting. It's going to be exciting.
OK, well, let's stay with us, Iestyn. We'll look at that draw again, but let's head to the League Sports Village, the Leopards Den, the holders, Lee, because they have Featherstone Rovers from the Championship. Adam Wilder, reporter, is there. Get some reaction to that, Adam.
Yeah, Ollie still digesting those fixtures, and with head coach Adrian Lam and last year's Lance Todd Trophy winner, his son, Lachlan Lam. Adrian, first, Featherstone at home.
Yeah, interesting, as usual, but it's just grateful that we've got a home game. I don't think in all of my career I've had a Challenge Cup home game, so that's exciting, and it'll come around really quickly, so bring it on.
And Featherstone, a club with a real cup heritage. I was saying earlier that all 4 of the Championship sides that are still in the Challenge Cup are all former winners.
Yeah, it's great for them, and you know, I think we had a couple of really strong big battles against them a couple of years ago in Championship, so you know, they'll relish that challenge to come here, and we're looking forward to it.
Let's talk a bit more about the Challenge Cup. We can't really go any further without mentioning that wonderful sunny day in August last year, that last-minute drop goal to win it, to break Hull Kingston Rovers' hearts. Lachlan, just to reflect on that for me, if you will.
Yeah, it was a very special day. We were just talking about it before. It's come down very quickly again, but you know, it's something that we, you know, when it's all said and done, we'll definitely look back on.
And of course, first father and son to both win it as players. I know you'll treat Lachlan the same as all the rest on the training field, but I guess there must have been a moment there when that ball went to him in the pocket, dropped that goal, and you must have, that's my boy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too long ago, but already we're back into the competition. But you know, I remember it going to him, and I just remember standing there thinking, oh no, he's going to win us the game. I can't believe it. So luckily, you know, for the town, a magical moment for them to remember, and for the fans, players, and everyone involved. You know, the owner Derek, and just some great times there that will hold close to our hearts forever.
Yeah, there were some wonderful pictures of you on the full-time hooter, hugging and embracing it. But of course, you know what it's like to win as a player as well. Back in 2002, how fresh are those memories?
No, I'll never forget those moments as well. I think we went into underdogs against St Helens up at Murrayfield in Scotland. So, you know, a real special moment there where, you know, we went in with a team that we believed in each other and got that result. And just, the celebrations back at Wigan after that was unbelievable.
And how much does that success, we talked about what it means to the town, it was 52 years, wasn't it, since Leigh had last won it. It was such celebrations, such special moments. How much does that fire your hopes for this year as well?
Yeah, and I think it was 50 years before that as well. So it's, you know, 2 in the last 100 years. So it's very special. And I think, you know, once you win something like that, you don't really want to settle for much less. So once you get a taste of winning that, you definitely want to do it again. And
I've got to just ask before we go, look, and you picked up a particularly nasty-looking injury at the weekend. Those ties are only a fortnight away. You're going to be fit for the Featherstone game?
Yeah, mate, I'm pretty good at the moment now, so it's just how I'm feeling week by week, I think. So, you know, I'll be probably running again tomorrow.
So there you go. Leigh, starting the defence of their Challenge Cup title in about a fortnight's time at home to Featherstone Rovers.
Adam Wild and the Lambs, many thanks indeed. Before we move on from the draw to other sport here on Sportsday, father and son there. Should we just pick up on that Wigan match in the last 16 against Sheffield Eagles? Father and son there as well, with Mark Iestyn and his son Corey.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge challenge for Sheffield. You know, Wigan have been in terrific form this year. They beat the Penrith Panthers in the World Cup Challenge only 2 weeks ago, so they're going to be formidable at home. You know, but Sheffield under Mark Iestyn, they won't shirk away from that, and they'll relish the challenge of going to Wigan.
Iestyn Harris, many thanks indeed. That draw, you can see more details of that on the BBC Sport website. There it is again for you to digest. Those ties coming up weekend after next. But that concludes the 6th round draw, the last 16 for the Challenge Cup.